Hello again, this is Jen Grice from jengrice.com. I am a divorce and empowerment coach. I encourage women to survive and thrive after abuse, adultery, and divorce. I'm also the author of the book You Can Survive Divorce and currently writing my third book, Repair Your Faith, Regain Yourself, which should be out soon. So find out more about me at jengrice.com. So a couple months ago, I wrote an article on ibelieve.com, but I wanted to do a short video just kind of talking about some of the things in the article, but I'll put a link to that below. Feel free to check it out if you want to just read it. So the article is 7 Reasons It's So Hard to Divorce a Narcissist. The article is a little different from what I'm going to share today. But feel free to check it out in the link below. Today I'm going to talk about the 7 reasons it's so hard to divorce a narcissist. So in the article, I gave the verse Luke 6:43 through 45, which reads, "A good tree can't produce bad fruit, and a bad tree can't produce good fruit. A tree is identified by its fruit. Figs are never gathered from thorn bushes, and grapes are not picked from bramble bushes. A good person produces good things from the treasury of a good heart, and an evil person produces evil things from the treasury of an evil heart. What you say flows from what is in your heart." And that's a good example of, evilness that comes from a narcissist. And it's hard to believe anyone can be so selfish and cruel. But the Bible does warn us about a wolf in sheep's clothing. And that's definitely what a narcissist is, or a psychopath, or any other, abuser or psychological or personality disordered person. So the reasons why it's so hard to separate or divorce a narcissist. First is we get entangled. There's usually a quick courtship. He wants to move in together, make a huge purchase. You get pregnant. Something happens to get you quickly entangled with the narcissist after, he's been love bombing you for a period of time, whether it's, could be months or could be years, but it's usually, within a couple years that if he's not married to somebody else, that you're getting married. Number 2, you focus on him or the relationship. So he becomes the center of your life. If you're a Christian, that God's supposed to be the center of your life. And then when a narcissist comes along, he expects to be at the center before anybody else in your life and God. And so when you put him there, put the relationship there, and it doesn't just end up there, it doesn't just start there or end up there. It's a slow process of, slowly devaluing or making you feel guilty for not putting him first in your life. You begin to lose autonomy. You're not you and your interests and your feelings and the things that you valued are being lost in the relationship because the focus is on, the other person and the relationship. And then eventually you find yourself that the world revolves around his needs and his career and his life and his future, and any, dreams or things that you had planned for your life, they start to fade away. When we marry when we're young and we're 20 and we, stop going to school and, start to have babies, that was kind of normal in the, 90s and early 2000s to just devote your life to your family. But now we're finding that, that was us losing ourselves in the marriage and in the family and in the relationship. And the narcissist took full advantage of that. Number 3, we keep holding on to hope that things will change. So we might know that we're dating or married to a narcissist or an extremely selfish person or an abuser. And we keep telling ourselves it's not that bad. He's immature. If you married when you were, 18, 19, early 20s, you think, okay, after 25, he will start maturing and growing up and he'll outgrow this. We pray that God will fix it. We hold out hope that, this is just a temporary season and that, he'll have a coming to the Lord experience and, he'll change. But, I know a lot of people after 20 and 30 years of marriage, that still hasn't changed. It's still the same situation. Number 4, we carry shame. So, if this is a second marriage or a third marriage, or we've had a lot of partners, we've had sin in their past, children out of wedlock, maybe you've done some things with him, or he's talked you into things, and that cause you to carry shame, which keeps you locked in the marriage without, moving on, without saying, you become codependent in the relationship and you can't move on and say, this may have been my second marriage or third marriage, but I still need divorce because it's what's the best thing for me. And you stay because you're ashamed of, that you've got yourself into this situation or whatever it is you tell yourself that keeps you stuck there. And the whole point of my ministry is to help you to release that shame and do what's physically and emotionally best for you and your children, no matter what number of marriages this is for you. So number 5, I think we're on 5. Sorry, I've lost count. Fear of the unknown future that keeps women stuck in, and married to a narcissist without being able to get divorced because, it's easy to stay with what we know rather than seeing where this divorce would lead. What's going to happen? Who's going to financially take care of me? Where are we going to live? What are we going to, what am I going to do for a job? I've been a stay-at-home mom. It's so easy to just say, well, I don't like the situation I'm in, but I'll stay here because this is all I know. And I don't want to risk to see what the future could have for me. I think, well, if I get divorced, I will be alone forever. I won't ever find anybody who accept me. I've got 4 kids or, what other excuse? I have seen countless women divorce and go on and remarry and have good marriages, whether they had 4 kids and whether they had carried shame or whether they were on their second and third marriage, whatever it was, they didn't allow those things to hold them back. And they just moved on and said, you know what, I deserve better. And so that's what I'm hoping to empower you with. Number 6 of 7, we realize that he will lie to others and smear our character, share our shame, and we don't want to be blamed for the marriage or the breakup. This is normal too, that we stay because it seems easier to face the consequences that we might have experienced. We know that our ex-husband will lie, or husband, and will smear a character. Maybe he's already done that. I have other videos about that. Feel free to check out my other videos. These are things you can't control. And you have to kind of accept that that's what he's going to do. If he's somebody who doesn't have integrity and has lied about you in the past, he certainly is going to continue to lie about you in the future. But that doesn't make it true. Just because he said it doesn't make it true. Your true character will come out in the end. And his true character will come out in the end. If he is a serial adulterer, he's not going to just all of a sudden marry somebody and stop doing that. He's going to continue to do it for every relationship after the fact. And so eventually people in your life that have, if you've been blamed like I have for divorce or for the cheating, at some point they run out of excuses and they run out of people to blame. And it can't be every single wife that he had is to blame for his cheating. So just know that, the truth always comes out. And so don't let, somebody trying to ruin your reputation ruin you, because your character is what's most important. And his character will come out. And lastly, number 7, right? 7, why we stay and why it's so hard to divorce a narcissist is because we stay to protect our children. I'm very guilty of this. I stayed for so long because I thought that my children need two parents in the home to raise. I was raised by a single mother. I didn't want my children have to go through that. And I saw it as the better of two evils. Like, if I stay, even though it's not a great marriage, that at least they have two parents. And in the end, it kind of backfired because I think it would have been better if, hindsight, if we divorced early on, the first time that he cheated. And then I could have moved on, and maybe they wouldn't have seen all the stuff they've seen, and they wouldn't have, I wouldn't still be being blamed, for all the things that went on during the marriage, because they, the children would see the truth for themselves when they went on visitation. So these are some of the reasons why it's so hard to divorce a narcissist, but I hope to empower you today that you can get through and you can survive and thrive after divorce. That's what my ministry is all about. So feel free to check out my website. I have tons of articles about divorce healing, about hidden abuse, about adultery, betrayal, trauma, all those things at jengrice.com. So I hope this was helpful to you today, and I hope that you'll join me in more videos by subscribing. Comment below if you have any questions or anything else that I haven't addressed about narcissism or boundaries or any other ideas that you have. Until next time, take care and God bless.